and we will get started on this fine Sunday. Hang on just a minute. I always think there we go. Such a lame beginning because I'm waiting for this other platform to jump on board. So, good morning, Miss Jo Neal. Welcome, welcome. This is our Memorial Day edition of the Early Morning Intuitive Guidance. Thank you to all who served and those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Yeah, we have 2 cards today, and I think they're very fitting for this Memorial Day. And I want to read a little bit of the intro on this card deck because I think it will help set the tone for the cards and might pique the curiosity of a few of you who would be interested. Good morning, Abigail. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. Haven't seen you in a bit. Those of you who are interested in things that are metaphysical, things that are beyond the pale, just bigger thinking, bigger thinking. So let's begin with some tapping and some breath, just to ground, pick your spot. As always, I like the collarbone spot. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more nice deep breath in and out. And for some reason, I'm getting the nudge to point out the believe pillow. Believe, believe. Again, I've covered myself in believe. It is everywhere on my desk, absolutely everywhere. And I think this might be a good juncture. That's the word that's coming to me. A good juncture for renewing our beliefs. Renewing our beliefs. What is it that we really believe in? And I think this is a fun little way to pursue that. So it's the Oracle of E deck by Pam Grout and Colette Baron-Reid. And if you haven't read Pam's books, that's something that can be very heartening. So her books are E squared and E cubed. E squared is 9 do-it-yourself energy experiments that prove your thoughts create your reality. So, a la Mike Dooley, thoughts become things. E cubed, 9 more energy experiments that prove manifesting magic and miracles is your full-time gig. So if you haven't read either one of the books, E squared or E cubed, definitely do that because they're very heartening, I think, and empowering. Empowering. And remember, the thing I've been saying about this back injury is how disempowering it feels. So glad I'm on the mend. So glad I'm on the mend. I swear there's more than one thing going on, and I'm calling what I'm experiencing right at the moment bursitis, but the left hip is just not happy. So I've been doing my Louise Hay stuff with that. So I want to read a little bit of the introduction, as I said, just to give you a taste of where these 2 women are coming from with regard to this. What if Spirit, God, Quantum Fred, the Dude, or whatever name you choose to call the big intelligence that breathes life throughout the cosmos could talk to you? Wouldn't you just love knowing what the almighty Dude, who already conspires for your highest good, could offer some quick advice every time you need it? Imagine this guidance showing up anytime you need a nudge, a hooray, a wink. And I'll tell you, it already does. We don't necessarily have our perspectives adjusted to see it, but it already does. It already does. Almost like a best buddy who's always there to support you, cheer you on, keep you on track whenever you nod off and forget you're a magical manifesting machine. Every time you slide backwards, this energy being of awesomeness will ensure you're pointing in the right direction. Let me jump ahead a little bit here. After all, wouldn't everyone want the universal energy on board for ready messages and real-time supportive guidance? Really, who wouldn't want Spirit as their daily cheerleader? So that's where we're going. And then I jumped to the how to work with this deck, and it says, this Oracle card deck is simple, simple, simple. Choose one card or 2, and then I started shuffling, and 2 jumped out. So we're choosing 2 today. And the first one is farther along in the deck. It is actually card number 45. So if you view this first card as where we are right now, and the second card as where we're going. And hopefully, in that where we're going card, there's some guidance for you. Energy being of awesomeness. Isn't that fabulous? I love that. Yeah. And they're clearly comfortable with the masculinized version of spirit, God, creator, all that is, whatever. I'm much more comfortable with the ephemeral sort of description. The organizing force of the universe, the energy being of awesomeness. I like that kind of stuff. Good morning, Nancy. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. So we are doing the Oracle of E, Nancy, and we have 2 cards today. This one is talking about where we are right now. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. All right, so let's see what it says. Can you hear me now? What about now? This is the time for telling it like it is. Get very clear on your intentions, know exactly what you want to communicate, and trust that you are currently connected to the universal network. And just so you know, it's a lot bigger than 10 Gs. So we've got this big whopping universe into which we are plugged and have influence and receive guidance when we again adjust our perspectives to do so. And for those of you who haven't heard the term perspectical, that is a Glennon Doyle Melton term, and I love that. Our perspectives makes it very clear. We're choosing what we can see, hear, taste, touch, etc., including with our intuitive senses, not just our physical senses, but our intuitive senses. Welcome to whomever else is here. Glad you're here. So now this card is, where are we going? We now know where we are. It's time to speak up. It's time to speak truth to power. It's time to state what it is we want and need. It's time to let others know where we're coming from. Okay. Now this one is, and where are we going? Psst, hey, you. Okay. We'd like to interrupt this oracle deck with a very important announcement. There is nothing to fear. There is nothing to fear. Every single thing that looks ominous is but an illusion. It has no power. Zip, nada, zilch. It's time to look your fears straight in the eyes and call them out as the insignificant posers that they really are. There's nothing to fear. And some of you may be saying, oh, really? We've got war going on. We've got, things being eroded that have been in place forever. We have people who are falling through the cracks. We have all these yes and we're getting rid of the buts. Yes and the more we can hold what seem to be opposing things at the same time, the better off we're going to be. So when we can say yes and out of this mess is likely to come the phoenix out of the ashes. Something is going to arise out of this that we probably can't even see yet. Does this mean we have to be okay with how this is all playing out? No, not necessarily. But we want to keep in mind that out of what looks like utter chaos, there may actually be a new order coming into being. And how to say this? Again, our perspective, because we're in a meat suit, is necessarily limited. We cannot conceive of all that is and all that is possible. If we could, it'd probably blow our little human minds, right? Even the minds that are our greatest thinkers can have their minds blown by possibility. So we want to keep our focus on what's right in front of us, what's the next step, what's the next baby step, little bitty step. Because again, I'm going to make the case for going back to her energy experiments that she did to prove that the universe responds to our thoughts that as we change our thoughts, we change the world. So right now, what we're seeing is the manifestation of too many people operating from ego and operating from fear. What do we have that we can control? Our operating system. Are you operating from fear? Are you playing not to lose? Stop it. Stop it. We need people playing to win, and not win in the competitive sense, but win in the opening up the treasure trove of opportunities that are there. They're right on the other side of the veil. Do we choose to see them? Do we change our perspective such that much more comes into view? What are you doing? What are you calling it? How is it playing out? If you're not liking the results you're getting right now, change this, right? So these cards for me are very helpful because I'm getting bolder about speaking my truth and about saying what it is that I want to create. And I'm going to take out that word want to create. That suggests I'm not doing it. That I am creating, What is it I'm making? What is it I'm manifesting here? And I see the people who what I'm creating will impact. And that is a very helpful boost to get a sense that even if I don't know them yet, even if I haven't yet met them, they're out there, they're waiting in the wings. And when things get to a certain point, they come forth. They come forth. So, how does this feel to you? When you think about it as, okay, there's way too much for me to even conceive of, and I'm going to focus my attention on the wedge of this that I want to see manifest. And then I'm going to get rid of the word want and I'm going to make it I am manifesting. And it's not only me, there are others who are interested in the same bloody thing. Even if I don't know them, even if I've never talked to them, are manifesting energy. Think about that. Doesn't that feel cool? There's multiple people scattered about with the same manifesting focus as you. And at some point, you're likely to come together and this manifesting energy be stronger because of the numbers. Good morning to Miss Kennedy. Glad she's listening. What does she want to manifest? That'd be lovely to hear. So that's today's cards. I think they're, I think they're loud and clear, loud and clear. And so for today, put a little bit of focus on that, put a little bit of energy on that, and see how things, bacon, gonna manifest bacon, rock on. Nothing better than pig flesh. So I hope you all have an awesome Memorial Day. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I know one thing I'm doing, but I don't know what else I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of let the day tell me, I think, which is a nice change. What do I want to do? What do my feet feel like walking to today? What does my butt feel like sitting at today? Spent some time at the park yesterday. Got to see some baby ducks this time. We've been seeing the goslings, but I hadn't seen the ducks. So there were a couple of baby ducks, which was cool. Haven't seen the fawns yet. They're keeping themselves quite hidden. So have an awesome Memorial Day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are, including manifesting metaphysically. Bye-bye.